How are you doing today, Phil?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about how the company even got started. Like, how did you come up with doing LiveStream?
Wow, that was a long time ago. In 2007, LiveStream was founded.
Eat that mic a little bit more.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no good.
So LiveStream was founded in 2007 with the goal of democratizing live video. And so ever since then, we've been building tools. Well, first a platform and then more recently tools, software tools, hardware tools to realize that dream for our customers. And customers being people who have events and want to extend the reach of their events and reach audiences outside of the physical realm of where their event is.
That's awesome. Now, what's the latest, greatest that LiveStream has right now is as far as your devices?
Okay, so we launched a number of years ago the Broadcaster, which was a hugely successful product. It's a very simple camera-mounted live streaming device.
And I have that one.
You have that already?
Yeah.
So you'll recognize this. It's it's the iconic red box that you stick on top of your camera. You plug in through HDMI here on the back. No, I can't turn the, you'll have to go around it.
Yeah.
And you can broadcast single bit rate from your broadcaster, HDMI into the broadcaster, and then out through either Ethernet, through 4G LTE, through the USB modem, or through built-in Wi-Fi antenna. So this is the Broadcaster Pro, which supersedes the original Broadcaster, which has all the same features. It has the screen, it has a built-in internal battery with 3+ hours, and again, all of those connection methods that I just went through. So LTE through USB, Ethernet, and then Wi-Fi, which now is 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi for greater stability. Now we've also launched, so that's a $495 product, and we've also launched the Broadcaster Mini, which is $295. So this is the pared down cousin of the Broadcaster Pro. It has very similar streaming features inside. It's also 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It has a slightly shorter battery at 2 hours. It doesn't have a screen, but you use an Android or iOS device to pair this to your live stream account.
What's the turnaround charge time on the battery? How long does it take to recharge it, the battery?
The recharge time, good question.
I mean, because you're out there and you want to get back in the action, so you need to, if you have an idea how long it's going to take before your batteries get charged.
It's a very good question that I need to ask my engineers exactly to get a number for you.
Okay.
Before I'm quoted. But not that long.
Okay. This is very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, so we used to have external batteries, AAAs that we put into this. So having an internal battery has been a very popular request. Also the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, big difference from the previous 2.4 gigahertz. So you're going to get a much more reliable stream.
That's cool. So the evolution has come a long way.
And I think at $295 you won't find camera-mounted encoder at that kind of price.
That's beautiful. Now let's talk a little bit about the studio.
So
and how the studio works.
Yeah, so Studio, I don't know if you're familiar already with Studio, but Studios are all-in-one live production switcher product. So it's sold either as software or as integrated software hardware. And there's a number of SKUs ranging from a 5-input desk mount model to a portable 5-input model, all the way up to a 17-input rack mount model. So these are all SKUs of the same product. And the software itself, which runs on all of these, have got a big upgrade today. So Studio Software 3.0 was released today. Key new features in that include a live interview mode, which is the ability to bring in guest interviewers, interviewees through a web browser into Studio as a regular input alongside all of your other SDI, HDMI inputs. Another key feature is bonding. So we support all of our software and hardware models are able to bond over any network connection connected to the Studio device. So that could be multiple USB LTE modems, it could be multiple Wi-Fi cards, it could be Ethernet, or a combination of all of these things. So that the stream is distributed amongst all of these network interfaces and then recombined on our servers. So you're able to achieve much higher bandwidths in fluctuating network conditions.
Now, I have it hooked into our PC system. Is it Mac compatible yet? I know it hasn't been, but are you guys thinking about doing a Mac compatible system? We
are thinking about it. Unfortunately, we're not Mac compatible at this time. We sell it as a PC software, so it's compatible with all versions of Windows, and we also sell it as integrated software and hardware. Right now, there's no Mac version.
Okay. And are you planning to at some point or down the road, or is it just going to pretty much stay in the PC world?
It's a roadmap conversation that I hesitate to comment on.
Right. Okay. I'm dipping into like some intellectual stuff now. Cool. Well, this is a great product and a great service.
It's worth. Maybe we just take a little walk over here. I'll show you also because we released also as part of the new studio release. We released 2 new pieces of hardware, which were released alongside the software. So you'll see here, if we just come over here, I'll show you an empty unit. So you'll see here, this is the new HD 550. So this is the upgraded HD 500 in essence. So we have a number of mobile units. The HD 500, hugely successful model. Last year we released HD 510.
And that's all you need right there. That's it, right?
And now this is this year's mobile portable unit. So this is a 5-input dual SDI HDMI, so you can interchange between SDI and HDMI inputs. 1 output, also an auxiliary output for doing an external multi-view. All packaged in a custom case. This is custom molded. You won't see this anywhere else. And this is running the new Studio 3 software. And also we've released today the light version of our Surface. It's called the Surface Go. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with our previous Surface product. So this is anywhere between 5 and 20 input Surface for controlling all of our versions of Studio. We had a lot of requests for a lighter, cheaper, smaller version of the Surface. So this is a response to that. This is our Surface Go. It's available now for $899, and it works with any version of our Studio products.
Wow, this is really cool. So everything we're looking at all in, you could just take this with you. This will go on the airplane and you carry on.
Yeah, this is actually designed to go and carry on. So this bag you see back here is also provided with the product. So it comes with the bag. It's a protective bag, custom designed to fit the right size. Also fits all of your auxiliary hardware. So it fits the Surface, fits the keyboard, fits your cables, everything in one bag. You stick it in hand luggage. You don't need to check anything in.
And I see you're using the GoPros as your camera source.
Yes.
Is this what you kind of recommend for a unit like this? Is your GoPro cams?
Well, I mean, this unit takes 5 inputs, so these are full HD inputs, and actually the software even runs at 4K, but this unit is a 1080 unit. The GoPros are part of a family of what we call remote cameras. So Studio software is able to take streams from GoPros, from our broadcaster products, from iOS, from Android, from Apple laptops, PC laptops, and the new interview feature that I mentioned earlier. All of these things can be inputs into your Studio in addition to your physical inputs. So I'm able to take these GoPros. These GoPros, I could have wired them through HDMI, but these are actually running wirelessly over Wi-Fi, and I'm able to see them here as remote camera. So you see here, this is my Hero 4 Black coming in as an input, and then once that's in, I can switch that into my preview, cut with it, and just like any other input.
That's awesome. And so this is also connects to the Wi-Fi, wireless, and with the Ethernet, this system?
This connects to, I mean, this has Ethernet connections. You can also connect as many Wi-Fi or 4G cards as you like in here, and it'll distribute the signal between all of them. It's bonding built into the device, and then rebonding on the server side.
Wow.
So if you're in an area where you have fluctuating network conditions, you can use multiple network interfaces.
That is very cool. And what's the price point on this all in, everything that I'm looking at here?
So this is
from the bag to the system, keyboard, and
yeah. So the 550 with the bag included, this is $7,999 all in. So that's the software, the hardware, everything you need to go live. Comes with a keyboard and mouse. The Surface Go is $899 as a standalone unit. It works with any of our Studio software hardwares. And then we have a range of other products which, go up from, they actually range between $6,999 up to $29,999, depending whether what kind of level of input you need, whether you need 5 inputs, 17 input, they're different internals.
And is there a compositing component in this as well? Because I see on the main one, you're doing a composite demonstration. Does this have a composite
yeah, so
component
the software
as well?
that runs on all of these units is the same software. So what you're seeing over there is something like this. So for instance, here you're seeing, this is a graphic composite of one live input, a second live input, a couple of logos put together in what this is our graphics bank, we call it. So it has a graphic editor. I can just I can briefly show you this. So this is how it's constructed from pieces. So these are images combined with live streams, and I can also do chroma key on these images. So all of these have a new chroma key feature as well. So I'll be able to take Ian, for instance, here, and let's bring him in. I've made one here previously already, so you can see it's bringing him in chroma keyed. We have an incredibly robust chroma key on these now. So if you look over here, we're doing a demo. You'll see the lighting in this little very advanced chroma key booth is terrible. So this is pretty much the worst chroma key situation you might find yourself in. It's got creases and shadows, and the lighting is not even. But when you see the output, it's we can go back to Ian actually. It's we're not getting the input on that one. But it's an incredibly robust chroma key, so it's able to deal with all of those fluctuations of light and shadow.
Again, so could you
I'm unable to get on there right now, but
No problem.
I'll show you in a moment.
Okay. Wow, that's very, very cool. So you guys come a long way. I mean, I've been following you guys for a few years now, and your evolution has been huge.
Yeah, I mean, we try and keep the products moving. Every year we're listening to feedback from customers, and we're evolving the product line. In particular, the 550 and the broadcasters. There's a lot of customer feedback gone into making decisions about how we build these products, what kind of features and physical design we build them with.
And future, what's the next best, greatest thing? I mean,
You're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm sometimes there's like, you're going to be streaming from space or something. Is there anything that on the horizon that is something that is super cool?
We've done streaming from space already, actually. So one of our biggest, in fact, I think the biggest broadcast that we had on the network, which was somewhere between 900,000 and 1 million concurrent viewers, was actually the landing, the Comet landing, the European Space Agency Comet landing, which was streamed through LiveStream to almost 1 million people. So yeah, space is happening. SpaceX is also one of our big customers. So we're streaming all of their rocket launches and landings. And in fact, if we're lucky, if it's about 1:00 p.m., we might even see a rocket landing right now, actually, live on LiveStream. So okay, it's live in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So this is the CRS-6 launch. They're actually landing this rocket. I don't know if you're following SpaceX, but it's a new kind of rocket that can take off and land itself without destroying itself. So we'll be live streaming that in about 10 minutes from now.
That's awesome. So let's talk to me a little bit about the membership. How does the membership work for the live stream? Because I know there's basically a free. There's a premium. How does your membership work for your streams?
Yeah, so on the most basic level, you can use LiveStream for free. It has some limitations in that all of your viewers have to sign up and leave an email address for us, and then we have a tiered plan system after that. So depending on how much control you need over your content, will define which plan you need. So for $49 a month, you remove the viewer sign-up limitation, and then for $9.99. Our enterprise plan allows you to embed anywhere on the internet, on your own website. Our premium plan, and then our enterprise plan at the top will allow you full control over your content, including geo-blocking, password protection. You white labeling it, taking it off LiveStream if you choose. So it's really for larger customers who need more control over their brands. So there's a sliding scale of plans ranging from free to $9.99, depending on how much control you need.
That's awesome. And I don't know. I think that's all the questions I have for you. This is a pretty intense, robust system. I'm glad to see you guys are doing what you're doing. And so from the novice all the way up to the multi-billion-dollar multimedia company can use your LiveStream platform.
Yeah, absolutely. It's designed for everybody. And our sweet spot is really event owners. So it's people who have an event, they have an audience, and they want to extend that audience, and they want to extend the reach of their event online beyond beyond the place where they're organizing their events. And very often people can multiply their event 1x, 2x, 10x, 100x. You can imagine stadiums of people watching your content online, obviously, on a content that you otherwise would never be able to get those people.
Do you know if film festivals are using this platform yet? Have you seen any film festivals come across your desk?
Yeah, I believe some are using it. You know, most of our customers are self-service customers, so they actually just pick up our products and do it themselves. You know, we're not really in the business of doing the production ourselves, although we do have a small production team. So most of those customers are self-service, and very often actually customers are doing their work without our knowledge even. So it's you know, it's a self-serving ecosystem.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, thanks for your time. Where can we find you online?
At livestream.com.
LiveStream.com.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Check it out. So it's Phil at LiveStream, and stick with the PodBrother.